Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would show you what I'm currently propagating. So I have a couple things propagating in sphagnum moss. I have a lot, I would say 90% of what I'm propagating is propagating in water. And I thought it would just be fun to show you. I do have quite a few. Yeah, I have a lot. I have like a whole rack dedicated to my water propagations, and even then I have some on this back shelf. Also, I really hope to do a like house plant tour very soon because as you can see, I got a new setup and I'm 100% in love with it. I just got it yesterday, just fixed it up yesterday, and I'm excited. So hopefully that comes next. But for today's video, what I'm currently propagating. So stay tuned if you would like to see. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to our plant community, and let's get into it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with what I'm currently propagating in sphagnum. This is actually my first attempt propagating in sphagnum, but so far so good. I'm propagating some string of hearts. So I cut these from my mother's plant. This is the butterfly method in case anybody wants to like YouTube it or search it on Instagram. That's how I came across. And maybe I can do a close-up so you can actually see the new hearts that are growing from the original hearts. So I've seen a lot of people have success with it, and this is about 3 weeks, close to a month. It still has a long way to go, but I was so excited when I saw the progress from this one that I actually made like a second one. So roots on this one so far, but no new growth, but very exciting. This is the only thing so far in sphagnum, and since I'm having such a good experience with it, I think I want to try to do some more propagations in sphagnum, but I'll keep you guys updated. But so far, only my string of hearts. And then the rest is all water propagation. So I showed this one a while back in my, I think, September plant haul. This is a Monstera Peru that I crossed off my wish list, and they were cuttings, and I'm gonna try to show you. I don't know if you can see those roots. So she's doing really good. It has definitely been more than a month. I would say about 2 months, but these look so good. So that one doing phenomenal. I'm kind of waiting. So there's 3 cuttings in there. 2 of them are rooted, the other one isn't. So if the other one doesn't put out roots anytime soon, I'm just gonna go ahead and pot it up and just give that one some more time. And then moving on, this is some Scindapsus Pictus Exotica. So I bought these cuttings off of Etsy. Sorry, you can't really see them that well. I'm gonna spill the water if I try to tip it. So I would think it's about 6 cuttings, and my intention is just to make my own Scindapsus Pictus Exotica fuller. So that's the intention with those, but I just got those in like last week, so there's no growth on them so far. And then probably one of my oldest propagations, like literally I think from June or July, and it is my Rapidophora Tetrasperma cuttings. So I check on this one like weekly, and there was actually 3 more cuttings of this that I have already potted up. It's on my back shelf. Those did great, but for some reason these took forever and are taking forever. But I wonder if you'll be able to see it. There are little roots coming out finally, and they all have a new growth point. So that is super exciting. I am waiting because these roots are just not, that's not substantial yet in comparison to like the leaf. So this has been a couple months of just patience. This one I would say is probably like the strongest contender. But like I said, they all have new growth points. So I'm kind of hoping by the end of this year, I'll be able to pot them up, maybe beginning of next year. But definitely my oldest propagation. I guess another one that, this is an experiment because this is my sad micans that just died on me upon arrival when it got shipped from the company that I bought it from. And I would say there was about 4 other cuttings and they didn't make it. So it is a sad 1-leaf Philodendron micans, but hold on, let me try to maneuver this. So this is the stem. This is a root. This was probably like the only root that was healthy on it. And then it has this whole new growth point, which is really exciting. It's super immature, but it has 2 leaves. And then this is the other like growth point. So I will say be patient, my friends. If you really want something to pull through for you, if you give it the right care, it will. So I clean the water out weekly on this one, especially at the beginning, because I tried to leave as much of the roots that it had, but just over time they kept rotting and kept rotting. So the water constantly looked murky. But I would say this is about a month and a half later, almost 2. And I think at some point this one is going to be good enough to pot up. But there's another one that I kind of had hope would grow at the same rate as that one. And it's just not, but this is the one healthy root that it has. And I was hoping for like a new growth point, but no new growth point. I probably still am gonna hold on to this one. Yeah, so this was kind of like an experimental what can happen if I save this 1 leaf and I have new growth. So all right, so the next one is going to be a Begonia, and I actually don't know the name of this one. I just know it is an angel wing begonia from the shape of the leaves and how it grows. I cut this 2 months ago, maybe less than 2 months ago, from my boyfriend's mom's plant, and it has roots. I mean, I'm pretty sure this thing is ready to be potted because the roots, can you see? The roots have kind of stayed the same. It's kind of hard to hold it. So I think it's ready to be potted up. I haven't seen any new like substantial growth on it, but this is a begonia. She has ginormous, beautiful begonias. Love it. So yeah, that probably needs potting up soon. And then the next one is also from a plant that was shipped to me, died upon arrival basically. Half of it is now in a pot, so half of it, not even half, but just like a couple leaves are now in soil with another plant. But these cuttings, they just needed some resurrection. So it's actually just one. It says Scindapsus Pictus silverian. And I'm just holding on to them because there is new growth here. I don't know if you can see that. Here. And then there is new growth on the original root. But this is what I have. And once it has healthy enough roots, I will definitely just be potting it up with the remainder of it. But I'm just trying to let it recover and gain some strong roots. How many times did I say root in this video? Okay, and then the next 2, I actually have several bottles of them, but I'm just gonna show you one. So this is my Rapidophora. No, I always want to call this the Rapidophora. This is the Monstera Peru. I I have about 3 jars total with a bunch of cuttings from them. They're super big leaves, beautiful. This was a new growth that was coming in that probably is just gonna die out. But yeah, I have about 3 of these, and I actually took these from that one up there because that one was way longer and trailing, and I just really wanted to get some nice cuttings because I want to make it fuller at the top or just make more of them. I don't know, but I have about 3 of these, and I don't want to take them out because there's actually a lot, but I don't think I'll be able to show you. There are some baby roots. Oh, there's one right there. There are some roots already coming through for me, so these are super easy to propagate. And yeah, I have about 3 other jars of those. Same thing with these. So I have about 3 jars. Oh no, one of them came out. Put that back in. So I have about 3 jars of this heartleaf philodendron. Also, it was a hanging plant that I purchased and that I just chop. And I have, I think, 3 or 4 other jars of these. So they are still pretty dirty from the nursery when I got them. As soon as I got it home, I chopped it up, but the roots, as I think you can see through the glass, are pretty substantial. I mean, they're honestly probably ready to be potted up. I just haven't gotten to it. But yeah, heartleaf philodendrons are also one of my favorites. Any of the philodendrons, any pothos are super easy to root in water, so I would highly recommend you trying it. I know it can be intimidating at first, but I think, oh, there's one more. So this is actually a Sibu blue cutting, Sibu blue pothos, and there was 3 other leaves, but they died off. But I want to show you, it has like crazy roots, but it also has a new growth point. So that's exciting. And then actually I have a node in here that has a new growth point as well. I'm holding it by the new growth point, but it's a little baby Sibu blue. So that has kind of been an experiment. Yeah. But yeah, all of your propagations, every cutting might not root, so that's just something to know. It's not necessarily something you did wrong. That's just how it goes. It's kind of like a gamble when you do it, but I would say about 90 to 95% of all the cuttings that I take root. It is just a lot of patience and waiting for it to root. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. What are you currently propagating, and what is your favorite method? I'd love to hear down below. And if you have any like tips or tricks for the community, go ahead and leave it down below too, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.